Hey, Vicky here, and today on Brighten Mind, we are going to be talking about the importance of water. It's been over 2 years since being able to travel international. First thing I noticed was how much I missed water, and how much water is such an important element in my life. Being a snowboarder, I'm always around water, with snow, basically water that's frozen, basically frozen water. And I felt like it was fitting to bring this book with me. Be Water, My Friend by Bruce Lee, by Shannon Lee, his daughter. I started reading this when I started flying over the Pacific Ocean. Not being able to see the ocean for over 2 years completely changed the way I look at the ocean. Not being able to travel for 2 years completely made me change the way of looking things. Right now I'm on Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, Hawaii, and this is one of the most beautiful places you can ever go to. It's just surreal. I've been here about 4 times prior to this, but this time was completely different. It was completely different because I started realizing the ocean. I started to feel so completely blessed and full of emotions just because I wasn't able to travel due to the pandemic. And I know a lot of people still are unable to, but we're lucky that, that US is open to Canada right now, and I'm just still in awe. I met a few people here already, even from Saskatchewan, Canada, saying that it's been 2 years since they've been traveling. They usually go way down south, but they said, US is open, so they went to Hawaii. Anyways, that's my spiel on how to travel in 2022. Back to the book. It really dives deep into going with the flow, and I found it really fitting being by the water. See how the water is just flowing? Like, I want you to see. So in this book, the number one thing was it's like Taoism, just to go with the flow in life. Shannon talks about how water, they don't fight their way to get through obstacles. They end up creating different canals or rivers and moves the water through the flow. Flying over certain areas on our way here, I know what she meant. I saw the canals on this wheel of water and just how it curves to get to where it needs to go. It doesn't try to push its way to go in a straight line. It actually adapts and improvises when it can. And it made me really realize, how can you do that in your own life right now? If you really think about it, like, what are things that are making you feel so hard and challenged in life? And what you can do is really be like water, be formless, be like able to adapt. So I'm gonna do right now is read a few things from the book. If my mind is polluted with all matter of negativity, or I'm snapping out at people out of pure emotional reaction, then I am not responding, I am reacting. In order to see what I need to amend, if I am paying attention, then I can see what's happening all around and within me. And only then am I free to choose how I want to participate. You can't choose to respond if you can't even see that there are choices to be made. Oh, birds are coming. I do want to apologize for my amateurness in this video. It's like my first one in a long time. I realized that this year I wanted to share like books I read and just like cognitions that I have. Oh, birdies are coming close by. Hi, birdies. To be like water is not to be controlling of everything. If you really think about it, when you're like water and formless, you just feel like nothing can bother you because you're just going with the flow. Like look at the waves, they're just going with the flow. They're not pushing back, trying to be like, no, I want to go this way. And some people might think, oh, it might take longer than usual to get to where I want to if I can't just go in a straight line. But if you flow and create those different canals, then what you can do is just like feel free and less stressed. Canals like this. So if water's flowing, sometimes it goes in a mess and it adapts. It doesn't just go in a straight line. If things are barriers and rocks are in the way, what can they do? They just move. There's another big part in the book that talks about how water is more of life and being rigid and dry is more of like death. It's very true. I mean, if you think about it, if you stand still and just dry yourself out and like not move, that's more of death. Like I've heard a saying is like, if you're not growing, you're dying. And unlike water, you're always like, it's life. It's like full of life. It's moving. It's not dying. It's just not staying still. It's like actually going and moving. Like on my way here, a lot of people get stressed when it comes to travel and things like that. And I knew there are seats that we wanted to move, but with our fare, it wasn't free to move. So I just said, you know what? I told my partner it'll work out to our ultimate advantage. I actually didn't care if we stayed in those seats, but you know, might as well ask. And when we tried to change our seats, we couldn't, but then we asked how much it cost and it came up as $0. So the system just automatically let us change the seats. So we had a whole row. So that's the thing with travel too. It's just like, we were like basically like water at that time because we didn't care if we sat there. But, you know, give it a try, see how it goes, go with the flow, and it worked out to our ultimate advantage. That's another thing. You always want to say, it will work out to your ultimate advantage. Another quote here is, water was not to be deterred. It was going to find a path or even multiple paths. Like, it's still really quiet in Honolulu. I know it's only like 8 a.m., but it's still pretty quiet around here. Now let's go enjoy the water. I love the water so much so that I go to the beach by myself. Yeah, my girlfriend's sleeping still just because she doesn't really care for the water, going to the beach as much as I do. But, you know, she does she, you do you. Let's go see more of the water. So while I was doing some videos in the ocean, someone actually walked by and asked me if this was my book. And I said, yes, it is. And she was very excited to read it. She was wanting to read it for all this time. So I highly recommend this book to anyone, especially when you read it, like be around water and like watch the water. Like it doesn't have to be an ocean. It can be like a river. It can be a pond. Just like be near the water. Anyways, I'm gonna go and enjoy some more water. So thank you for watching my video, and please like and subscribe if you want to learn more about mindset, law of attraction, personal development, and even just short little venture trips. Please like and subscribe.